Okay, this video is going to be named New Stuff Part 2. Okay, so do you see this list here? Just a second. Do you guys see this list here? I just typed this up before I made this video. Before I start to make this video. Because, you see, this might take up the part though. So, you see, Chandra Nellore, that's... So, I'll actually tell you, but I'm gonna forget what I just said, you know, because when I said Chandra Nellore, I was just reading from the list from the sets they've made, but I'm gonna show you from, alphabetical order, I believe. Oh yeah, so hold on, I just need to organize myself. There we go, so I do actually need to say it. So, like I said, do you see Chandra Nellore on the list there? That looks like this. And, you could find it from the 2010 core set. And you can also find a Johnny Goldmane from that same set, which is also on the list. And that card looks like this. And then, in a separate video of the new stuff, I'm going to explain all the abilities for the Planeswalkers. Okay, so, and then the next set is Conflux, according to my list. And the Planeswalker I have from that set is Nicol Bolas, the Planeswalker version. Because, do you want to know why I added on the Planeswalker version to the end of Nicol Bolas? The reason is because, there are two versions of Nicol Bolas. So I'm gonna show you the Planeswalker version, which is from the set Conflux. Because on the list it says Nicol Bolas equals Conflux, and that card from that set looks like this. As you guys can see here. Okay, so the next set is Dual Decks Gurok versus Liliana. And, by the way, I only have 13 Planeswalkers with me because 3/16 of the Planeswalkers are in decks. You know, decks that you play with. 3/16 of them are in decks. So, the one that's named, Gurok Wildspeaker is in that deck, which I believe you know what that looks like, except it's from the set Dual Decks Gurok versus Liliana. And then Liliana Vest from that set looks like this. See, and it also is shiny too. Okay, so the next set is Lorwyn, and the card I have from that set is Jace Beleren. But that is the second of the 3 Planeswalkers that are in one of my 2 decks, which is Gurok Wildspeaker and Jace Beleren are in my green-blue deck, so that's why you don't see them with me, so I can show you the image. But I bet you can figure out what it looks like for Jace Beleren, but you have to remember it's from the set that has a leaf on for the image, because the set that one is Lorwyn, because I just figured it out before I made this video. Okay, so I just explained to you about Jace Beleren. Now I'm gonna get to those two planeswalkers that I showed you in the last video. Oh, and by the way, in the last video I forgot what I was gonna say about that. So you know, because I had to stop my sentence because of the time we had for YouTube. So in the next video, if I can figure out what I was going to say, the very first thing after I say, okay, this video is going to be named New Stuff Part Blah Blah Blah, then I'm going to say that after I say that. Okay, so back to the list here. I'm going to show you because we're up to Rise of the Eldrazi on the sets. And the first one on the list is Sarkhan the Mad, which looks like this. Like I showed you this in the last video. And then, Gideon Jura is also from Rise of the Eldrazi. And that card, like I showed you in the last video for Sarkhan the Mad, looks like this. As you guys can see here. Okay, so we're only more closer to 8 minutes in, so I think we'll be able to finish it. Okay, so, the next set we're up to is Shards of Alara, and I have 3/4 of the Planeswalkers that are with me now, because Sarkhan Vol is the first on the list, and that card looks like this. And then the next on the list is Ajani Vengeance, and that card looks like this. And then the other Planeswalker I have with me, because the next on the list is Tezzeret the Seeker, and that card looks like this. And then Elspeth is in my mono white deck. So you might recognize the image from that Planeswalker because you see it on cardkingdom.com. So if you recognize what that image is, the set I have that card from is Shards of Alara, and that's the third of the Planeswalkers I have in decks that have been made for me. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to continue from the set Worldwake. Did you hear what I was saying? In the next video, we're going to continue from the set Worldwake according to the Planeswalker list.